The brand new 2025 Form 30. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Zach and Cody here with Extreme Outfitters, your one-stop shop for all things archery and bow hunting. And we just got it in, brand new for 2025, the Form 30. As many of you guys are aware, Prime pretty much broke the internet when they introduced the Form 34. When we first saw it, we were a little hesitant on it, but when it came in, we had really good feedback and the bow actually performed really well. It's unique,
It is.
I would say.
It's very unique. Good hybrid in between aluminum and carbon.
Which is kind of what they're doing. They're bridging that gap, right? Carbon where you need it, aluminum where you need it. They've, again, introduced the two. It's a unique design, I would say, because...
Yeah. Makes it awesome because they can pretty much do any ATA they want to do.
They can, right? So they've got the 34 and they've got the 30. And the 30 is interesting. It looks incredibly tiny to me.
It does. It's got a little bit, I shot it, setting it up. String angle is a little sharp, but I mean, that's a given with a short ATA bow.
And so when you look at this bow specs, obviously this is a 30-inch ATA bow. We've got a brace height of 6 1/4. And it's supposed to be an overall weight of 4 pounds. We will test that in just a second. And then we've got draw lengths from 25.5 inches to 29.5 inches. So you don't get that 30 inch of draw length like you do with the majority of the other 30-inch bows. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then you've got speeds of 331 feet per second, and that is at 29.5 inches of draw length. So right out of the gate, when it came in, we opened it up, we pulled it out of the box. I thought it was an incredibly sharp looking bow.
Yeah, the bottom lanes looks really good on it.
It does. It looks good with those carbon tubes. Again, Prime has their, as far as features on this bow, we're looking at, they've got their Picatinny mount system on the front. So if you want to run a Picatinny mounted sight, they've got their dovetail in the back for integrated arrow rests. And this is still on the core cam.
Yes.
So that is draw mod specific. So when we change draw length on these, it is based off the actual mod system. So they've got the standard mods and then they've got performance mods. We're gonna be testing this bow on standard mods. So we're gonna shoot it at 2 different draw lengths. We're gonna shoot it in the middle of the cam at 27.5 inches, and then we're gonna shoot it maxed out at 29.5 inches. Just to kind of give you guys some different ideas of how this bow is performing, what the draw cycle feels like, the valley on the bow, and then the grip, and we'll cover all of those things. And then we're gonna shoot 2 different arrows at those draw lengths. Cody, what arrows are we shooting? What's the actual weights on?
My Gold Tip Airstrike, which is 426 grains, and then you have JR's FMJ Max, which is 546 grains.
So we got a big deviance, or a big window of weight. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We got 2 different weight arrows we're shooting out of this
over
thing.
100 grain difference between the two.
So that'll give you an idea, middle of the cam, top of the cam, how this bow performs. What else we got, Cody? Anything else?
I think that covers spec. I don't know if that spec, the AT or the speed is based off the core mod or the performance mod.
I don't either. So we don't have a lot of information on this, just the little bit of specs that we were sent. I'm gonna assume it's with a standard mod and not the performance mod. But we may be wrong. So that's what we're using. We're using the standard mod. But before we head over to the range, I do want to get a weight on this thing real quick. So again, very sharp looking. It's tiny. I mean, compared to the 34, this thing feels, looks incredibly tiny. I mean, it's obviously a 34-inch ATA difference versus 30. I guess it's just the tubes that make it look so small.
Looks good.
It does look sharp. It's a very good looking bow. I will say that. I like it, the aesthetically, the shorter over the little bit longer bow. Maybe it has to do with the color. Let's see. So with the Whisker Biscuit, it's coming right at 4.1 pounds. So
it hits the mark.
They did hit the mark. They nailed that. Most of the bows do not. So I'm impressed with that. So what we're going to do now, we are going to head over to the range and we're going to shoot this bow and give you guys a feel as to what you can expect. So Cody's going to lead us off. He's going to start at that longer draw length and I'll shoot the short draw length for you guys. So let's head to the range. All right, guys, we are on our indoor range here at the shop. And we are going to get right into it. Cody's going to test it. We're going to see what it's actually pulling. These are supposed to be a 70-pound bow. So we're going to test draw length and what the holding weight is on this bow.
In 70.8, holding almost 10 pounds.
Perfect. So we're on the dot with that. We didn't have to change anything. Too easy. So we're going to do a 3-shot group at each of these. We're going to start with
the Light Arrow, 426 grains.
let her rip.
See if we're impressed. It's pretty smooth overall, though. Yeah, the average is 290.6.
Perfect. Not bad.
Really consistent. Now we're going to shoot the Heavy Arrow, 546 grains at 29.5 inches.
So we have an average right at what, 262 feet per second for that, with that heavier arrow right around there. So what we're going to do now, you've got about, what is that, 30 foot per second difference,
Yeah,
roughly?
about, yeah.
So and that's a full 100 grains almost.
Yeah, over 120 grains.
Over 120 grains, yeah. So obviously you're going to lose quite a bit of speed with that monster heavy FMJ Max compared to your lightweight
Little
arrow.
light airstrike.
So we're gonna go ahead now, we're gonna change it over. We're gonna shoot it in the middle of the cam. So we're gonna go to that 27.5 inches with those same arrows at 70 pounds and see what the speed looks like for you guys that have a little bit shorter draw length. All right guys, so we're back. We got the mods changed over. We are now at 27.5 inches and we're gonna see what kind of speeds we get out of this. But first I wanna check, make sure our draw weight is still good. See what our holding weight is. I have not even drew this bow back yet. Ooh, got a little bit, this thing is short. So pulling right at 71 pounds, holding right at 9 pounds. So
Going across the board.
yeah, pretty consistent. All right, we're gonna do a 3-shot group, 27.5 inches, right at 70 pounds. All right, so we've got an average of right at 277.5 feet per second. So what was that, Cody? About 15 to almost 20?
291. Yeah.
Yeah, so
15.
yeah, obviously you change your draw length. Draw length has a massive impact on the speeds you get out of a bow. So now we'll go ahead, same thing, 3-shot group. This is a 546 grain arrow at 27.5 inches out of this bad boy. All right, so we got an average of 248.8 feet per second at 27.5 inches, 70 pounds with 46 grains. So Cody, what are your thoughts on this bow when we talk? Let's glance over speed first.
It's not lightning fast by no means. It's probably a few feet per second slower than every other flagship.
Yeah, and yeah, it is. I mean, especially this a little bit shorter draw length. Yeah. But what is your thoughts on the draw cycle?
It's really smooth. There's a little strange hump in the back end, but it's a gradual change into the valley, into the back wall. It's really smooth. Yeah,
I agree. That's what I thought about the Form 34 as well. I really thought the draw cycle on the core cam was good. It was pretty smooth and consistent. It does kind of hump a little bit and roll over.
Doesn't feel as torquey as the 34 though.
Really?
Yeah, at least for me.
Yeah, it doesn't for me really either. Like,
there's no,
right there.
Yeah. But it's not trying to jump out of your hand or anything either, which is nice.
Letting it down is easy too.
Yeah.
Valley feels good to me.
It's a pretty impressive bow so far.
It is. I think it's going to do really well. The 34, it was just a lot of bow. It's a lot of bow for a lot of people, I think, especially out here on the East Coast. And I think the 30 is going to really do well because, we saw, which one thing I was surprised with, we've just got back from Total Archery Challenge and we saw a handful of forms out there, more than I expected. So it seems like a bow that's going to be pretty popular for the year.
It's definitely unique, and I think it's what draws people to it.
I would agree. It's different than anything else on the market. And I think the 30 is going to, for us, be the primary seller. I think this is going to do really well.
In the whitetail woods, for sure.
It will, man. I think that color looks fantastic. Yeah, it's another great option. The grip, to me, I personally really like the grip on the prime bows.
Yeah, I've got no complaints with it.
Yeah.
I usually take all my grips off, so.
Yeah, well, they're a different breed. This is, I think it's going to do well, man. It feels really good. I mean, the speeds that you're getting out of it, I mean, especially the top of the cam are good. 291 feet per second at 29.5 inches, 70 pounds.
It's not bad.
It's really not. And the 70-pound option really draws, to me, really, really consistent, really smooth. It's very manageable. I know we out here have a lot of guys who shoot 80 pounds. We actually saw a 90-pound Form 34 out at Total Archery Challenge. The core cam, I think, allows for that. It's very manageable, very smooth. The valley on it, I think, is nice. It's easy to let the bow down.
It's very soft.
It is very soft. And then, you know, Prime and their tuning capability too with their little shim system is nice. It's fast, it's efficient.
It's worked so far for us.
Yeah.
So even the forms, even the 80-pounders tuned pretty good.
Yeah, tuned well. So if you're in the market for a new short axle to axle bow, the Form 30, I would highly recommend you go into your local shop, shoot it, see what you think about it. Come by, if you're local, come by and shoot it from us. We've got a couple of them. We've got one in so far. We've got a handful that are supposed to be here in the next couple days. So another great option to choose from in the 2025 lineup. So drop a comment, let us know your thoughts on the bow. If you had to pick one, which would you shoot? The 30 or the 30? The 30?
Yeah.
You're
I like
a short bow.
bows.
Yeah, which is weird because what's your draw length?
29 and a half.
Yeah, you're a short bow guy. Yeah, well, you can't argue with you. You shoot fantastically.
We get along pretty well. So.
Yeah. So there it is. Cody approved. He'd go with the 30. I think I would opt for the 30 myself. So drop some comments. Let us know your thoughts on this bow between the 30 and 34 and what your thoughts are on the Form overall in general. And as always, appreciate you guys watching. Head to the website, extremeoutfitters.com for all of your archery and bow hunting needs. See you guys in the next video.